I think we're live. I think we're live. I think we're live. Oh boy, we did it. We did it. How are y'all doing today? How is everybody doing today? We finally got this thing rolling. Hopefully, we got the comments coming in. I'm not sure if the comments are going to come in, but they should be enabled. So I want to make sure everybody's in, and then we can get going. Yes, so I'm texting my whole team. Shout out to Kevin and John, making sure that we can get this live streaming thing going properly. I've live streamed before on TikTok and Instagram. I do that all the time, but this is my first time doing it on YouTube. I've done it on Twitch before. Shelly says, okay, I didn't miss it. Saying me, Troy from Germany. What's up? What's up? Where's everybody checking in from? I'm excited to be on YouTube. Today we're talking about ADHD and relationships. It's a topic that is very, very important, and I've made a lot of videos about it on TikTok and Instagram, and a lot of questions have come in. So we answer, or at least I answer the questions through video form. So I'll make another video, and then people will watch it, and you'll have more questions. But this live show gives me the chance to answer questions like live. So I can't wait to interact with everybody and see what's going on. Shelly's checking in from Tampa, Florida. Kevin, what's up, Kevin? I appreciate the support. We fumbled trying to get this thing going, and we're finally on. So I'm excited to be on and get straight to the content. I got 99 plus requests here on Instagram. I love reading the comments from everybody, and I figured that this call show would be the best way to answer people's comments. My most recent comment comes from Allie. I won't read the last name, but she says, I just want you to know you have saved my life. I thought I was broken. I thought I couldn't succeed in life. I'm beyond thankful for you. Continue making your very informative and amazing videos, and know you've touched lives all around the world. Wow. 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 I don't know what to say to that. That's that's fantastic. We hop online and we make these videos and we dance and we do what we do, but it's nice to know that the videos do impact real people. So that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. So William is watching from the Bahamas. William, what's up? What's going on? I'm grateful for your attention. It's my first time on YouTube Live. I'm excited. As y'all can see, I'm smiling big because it's new for me. But let's go ahead and get to the topic: ADHD and relationships. So I've been posting about ADHD online for, since I've been posting on TikTok, so at least 2 years. But the last 3 to 4 months, we've really ramped it up, and we've been talking about ADHD as it affects men, as it affects women, how it could affect you at school, how it could affect you at work, at home, and within your relationships. And it's so important to talk about ADHD and relationships because there's so many people out there who are undiagnosed with ADHD, right? So you're having these issues in your relationships to where you might be irritable, you might have a hard time organizing yourself, you might struggle with focus, you might struggle with getting things done in a timely manner, right? So your partner doesn't know what's going on, you have no idea what's going on. So you're telling yourself, I'm just lazy, I'm unmotivated, but you might, for some strange reason, stumble upon a TikTok, or you go for a checkup and then you realize that you have this condition, ADHD, right? And then it's time to figure out, how does this impact your relationships? And with ADHD, we've talked about how women tend to present with some of the more inattentive symptoms, and how men can be more hyperactive and impulsive. And when we make these videos online, at least when I make it, I try and break it down. I want it to be very simple, and it's important to know that, with our relationships, right? I'm not a relationship coach, but I tell people that with our relationships, it's extremely important to have good communication. So if you have ADHD and you're in a relationship, it might be hard for you to communicate. It might be hard for you to get things done in a timely manner and be on schedule with things. But I like to aim for, equity instead of equality. So if, let's just put me, I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? So let's say I'm married and I have 3 kids, right? And I'm trying to have this online personal brand, posting on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, all these different things. And I'm trying to maintain that with, being a father and a husband, right? It might be hard for me to, combine all these things and be efficient in each category. So if I have a project coming up, I might need to tell my spouse, hey, I'm going to be busy for the next 2 weeks. Can you kind of pick it up a little bit with taking care of the kids, the dishes, the dogs, things like that? And then maybe when my project is done, I'm like, all right, I have some more time to actually breathe. Now I can spend more time with the kids. I can do X, Y, and Z. So you have to work together as a team. And I'm actually shocked by the response that I've had, like going through my DMs, as we talk about relationships and mental health, because people will DM me stuff like, "You saved my relationship, X, Y, and Z. You did, this thing," and I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm just here making dancing TikToks where I post, a couple of educational, pieces of information. So it's really dope to see that we have that type of interaction. So I'll just go for my DMs. I don't really get the chance to go through these DMs like that, but I'll go through and pick out some questions for you all. Feel free to drop some questions in here while I have your attention. But I'm gonna go ahead and answer some of these questions in regards to ADHD and relationships. So, and obviously some questions I can't answer, because if somebody is, um, talking about their personal medical information, I can't even answer that like via Instagram DM. So I obviously won't read that out. Let me see. uh, Miss, well, I have a lot of thank yous here. People saying thank you for X, Y, and Z. Okay, all right. So we have this man here says he on and off with his wife, and he realized that he has ADHD and he wants to get his wife back. Okay, and that's all the information I have there. On and off with your wife, you realize that you have ADHD, you want to get your wife back. All right, so here's the thing. A lot of times, I've had people reach out to me and say things like, "Oh, I broke up with my spouse or my partner, or they broke up with me, and after the fact, they realized that they had ADHD and they were struggling with it, and now that they know how their ADHD presents, they know how to take care of themselves, and now they want to see if they can go back and get your partner or your spouse back." Now, the funny thing with relationships is, and once again, I'm not a relationship coach, but the funny thing is, after the fact, let's say you break up with somebody and you miss them, you tend to, at least in my opinion, you tend to think about only the good parts, right? So if it's a relationship that has ups and downs, it may have been toxic, but if you miss a person, your brain is going to do this funny thing to where you think about only the good parts, right? So if you're hyper focused, and we see that a lot with ADHD, right? Where you're hyper focused on a certain thing. If you're hyper focused on getting your spouse back, your wife back in this situation, or your girlfriend, or whatever the case may be, you might actually accomplish that. People with ADHD are extremely talented. When you put your mind to something, you're gonna get it done. More often than not. So you might actually get your partner back, but then you have to ask yourself: are you ready to receive that person back in your life? Are you ready to do things correct this time that you couldn't do the other time? In the past. So if you want to be with somebody, by all means, look into it, but make sure that you have the support. That person is going to support you in your journey. Make sure that you can communicate. You don't have to beat yourself up for things that happened in the past, but you do. You make progress little by little. So every single day, find something to be proud of. And whether for the guy who sent the DM, whether you get your spouse back or not, I don't know. Like, I'm not a magician. I hope that if that's what you want, you get your partner back. But just make sure that you're prepared to do things, in a more efficient manner as you move forward. You still will make mistakes, so don't beat yourself up. We have somebody checking in from Malaysia. What's up? Then Shelly says, "I'm too old for TikTok. I have no idea how that works and don't have the attention span to figure it out. Sorry, I wish I could support you more." No worries, Shelly. I'm all over the internet. TikTok. I'm on Instagram as well. I'm also here on YouTube, and it's funny that you say um, you don't have the attention span for TikTok because, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like you can watch, and the time that you could watch one YouTube video, you could watch like 30 TikToks. So I actually think it's the opposite way around. But either way, I'm grateful for your attention here on YouTube, and also keep in mind that the people who do not get this, if you cannot catch the YouTube live, of course, it will be on YouTube, so you can watch on YouTube, and it will also be on Instagram TV, IGTV. So you can follow my IG page at Dr. Kojosarfo, DrKojosarfo. If you got that whole bit, so you can definitely get this on my IGTV. I'll have my assistant throw it up there, and that'd be a great way for people to look through and watch content on their own time, because I have supporters. Not only here, I got supporters in Canada. I'm based in Los Angeles, but we got supporters in, you know, Canada. We got supporters overseas. My UK boys and girls. We have 9%, almost 10% of our followers from the UK. So if I have 1.7 million followers online, that's about 170,000, almost 200,000 people checking in from, either England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, that area. So we have a lot of people worldwide, and it's it's around maybe like midnight or so right now in the UK. So my UK boys and girls won't catch this on time, but keep in mind you can get it after the fact on IGTV. All right, let me get at least one more question on here. We'll keep these live streams kind of short in the beginning because, like I said, we do throw this on IGTV after the fact. So I want to make sure that I don't go too long and then lose you all. But keep in mind, if y'all like the streams, and this is the very first one. This is the very first one. We're gonna go and get better, try and error. So if there's any ways that I can make the streams better, let me know. And I tell everybody, the new people who come on and the old ones who come on, don't bite your tongue for anything. Like, we get better by doing out here. So even though I have a big brand, I'm still gonna make mistakes, and we're gonna figure out how to bring more value to you on the other end of things. Let me get one more question. Tons of DMs. Oh my goodness. All right. So wow, it's a lot of DMs. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so people seem to be. All right, so this has to do with ADHD. Let's go ahead and answer this. Hello, Dr. Kodra. I've been following you for some time now and seeing all the symptoms of ADHD. I'm 30, going to 31, and this is a lady, by the way, and still don't want to believe I might have it. How can I tell my GP or get tested? Okay, so this is a lady saying in this DM. All right, so here's the thing. And on TikTok, in fact, tonight on TikTok and Instagram, I just made another video about ADHD in women, girls, and we talk about how women can be more inattentive, and it can be harder for women to get diagnosed of ADHD because if you're inattentive, right, and let's say you have a brother who has ADHD and you're a female, because of how boys normally present, he might be hyperactive and he might get that diagnosis in time. But with women, there's this thing called referral bias, to where as clinicians we don't really do the best job of picking up on the signs of ADHD in women. So women are able to go years and years, sometimes in late 20s and 30s, before they get a diagnosis. So it's very important that as clinicians, that's our job. We got to be a little bit better with that. We have to have, we got to put our glasses on and really fish for some of those signs and symptoms of ADHD in women. One second. I'm trying to pause music downstairs. Yeah, so we have to be more mindful of some of the symptoms of Mickey Ficky. This is a reminder for me to take out my trash. Got it. We have to be more mindful of the symptoms of ADHD in women. So, what she was asking, how she can start that conversation with her GP. So when you go in, and you think that ADHD is holding you back, there's different questionnaires. We have some for kids, we have some for adults, and the questionnaires don't diagnose you, right? But they help the clinician, to start to think about certain diagnoses that we can rule out, and hopefully, if we can rule out certain diagnoses, we can come to a diagnosis of ADHD. And if that's what's going on, then they can provide you with, supportive therapy, medications, stimulants or non-stimulants. There's so much that you can choose from. But I think people struggle with getting that conversation started, like going up to your GP or your, provider, practitioner, whoever, and saying, hey, I'm struggling with, I'm overwhelmed when I go shopping. I'm having a hard time cooking because I can't do one thing and finish it before moving on to the next task. I have a million tabs open on my computer. I cut people off mid conversation. It's embarrassing. I'm losing friends. I keep forgetting my partner's anniversary or whatever. I keep flaking or bailing at the last second. Whatever the case may be, just go in and tell your provider, like, hey, this is what's happening to me. I'm not sure what it is. If you think it's ADHD related, I don't know how that conversation will go where you let your doctor know it. You say something like, I've watched ADHD TikToks and I think that's what I have. Maybe somebody came to me and said that they watched 17 ADHD TikToks and they think they have it. I'm still gonna hear them out. If you watch your videos on TikTok, that's cool. Like, I post on TikTok as well, but I want to know, how are you being affected by the things that you're describing to me in your life, if that makes sense. And Shelly says, heads up, it helps his channel if you hit the like. I really enjoy it, so get it out to more people. All right, y'all heard Shelly. You heard what she said. She said it helps the channel if you hit the like. So let's hit the like and let's get this channel out to more people, because keep in mind, this is my platform where I have the least amount of followers. We have almost 2 million on TikTok, and we have like 150,000 on Instagram, and we're verified on both. So we're doing really well on those platforms. But when it comes to YouTube, we're still we're a little bit behind, but we're gonna get there in time. We just gotta give it some time and keep working. But like Shelly says, Shelly, where are you, by the way? I appreciate you. Shelly's my YouTube super fan right now. Like Shelly says, hit the like button so that way it can get out to more people. Because I really appreciate the efforts of everybody. The people who support me. It's just hard for people to figure out where to find me at. We see Josh saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" Josh, I'm doing good. We have this stream out here and we're educating folks, and I think it's pretty dope. My first time on YouTube Live. I actually messed up when I first came on the live, and then I got back on track. So keep in mind, you all can get the full length of this on IGTV. So follow my Instagram at Dr. Kojosarfo, DrKojosarfo. Let me know your thoughts, because I really want to hear what you all think about this, especially when it comes to the setup, or if you have more questions about ADHD and relationships, or wherever the case may be. I want to hear what y'all have to say. So it's been about 18 minutes. It's been a nice little live stream. So I think we've done well for the very first episode. I think it's dope. This is pretty cool. And before we get out of here, I just want to talk about a couple of different things. So I actually have a music video that I released, or that I'm releasing. It'll come out within the month or so. It's called "Happiness Looks Good on You." It's a song that I released, last year, and during the pandemic, helped a lot of folks, and then we turned it into a music video for y'all. We have a small little private practice that's gonna start in Arizona, but on the more exciting side of things, I'm going to be looking to getting into comedy. I have some friends who've been convincing me to do some stand-up routine sets, so I'm definitely going to be doing some comedy here in LA. I'll be throwing those clips up there, and there's a lot that's going on right now. I have some collaborations. We're educating the youth, with the Department of Public Health about anti-vaping and things like that, and I'm also working with the CDC on some really cool stuff as well. So I'm looking forward to expanding as we move forward on social media. Let me read a couple more comments before I get out of here. I started watching you when you reacted to BTS, but obviously continue to watch. Yes, so for all my people who have been watching the BTS reaction videos, I just want to say thank you. I started reacting to BTS about maybe a month and a half ago, and my channel has exploded. I love the music that BTS puts out. I think I just released Fire as of late. I reacted to the Permission to Dance remix with Megan Thee Stallion. I tend to I like the Permission to Dance, the original version, better. That's just me myself. But it's been a blast reacting to BTS. I didn't know that, they're that talented. Those boys can rap, they can sing, and they also talk a lot about mental health in their videos. So like it's been a pleasure reacting to BTS, and I'm looking to react to more of their songs and also more songs that you all want me to react to. So keep in mind that I do watch the comment section. I try my best, and I have my team. We can look at it, but I am watching the comment section so I can figure out what y'all want me to react to next. I've been watching your videos since I got a comment from Josh. I've been watching your videos since I was in high school, and I saw your routine, daily vlogs, and it inspired me to also take nursing. Hey, I'm already in my second year, but I'm grateful. I appreciate you. Josh. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. So Josh must have been there for my early nursing videos I used to make, 2016, 2017. Keep going. Like I'm here right now. Like my story, for those who don't know, is actually quite remarkable. Right now, I sit here. We have, I think, combined on all these social media platforms between YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, we have about 1.7 million followers, which makes us the biggest psychiatry personal brand in the world. And I built that because of you all. And people have been buying my book. It's somewhere here. You Already Won. I became an Amazon bestseller because of the support of everybody online. And some of the DMs that I get are life changing. People saying that you've done so much for me, X, Y, and Z. It's so overwhelming to get all this love. And I say all that to say that I was a bad high school student, and I started off with a RN degree, a 2-year nursing degree from the University of West Alabama. So I was 18 years old when I started that program. I went in. I was desperate. I had to change my life. I didn't know what to do or how to make something of myself. And a 2-year RN program changed my life, and that was the catalyst and the building block that allowed me to build this huge brand. And now look what we're doing online. We're helping out so many people. And if I never, you know, took nursing, if I never did that one degree, an associate's degree, if I never started with that, I never would have been, here dancing online or reacting to BTS videos or dropping tips for people on a daily basis. So I think you're going to be a fantastic nurse, Josh, and hopefully you keep going and you maybe get your doctorate or something like that. But I just want to say thank you for that comment. It does mean a lot to know that I have OG supporters from 2017 on YouTube. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I'm gonna say today was a successful live. I need to get you all's opinion and your feedback, but I think this is successful. We have 10 concurrent viewers right now and 12 likes. And I like the fact that I'm new on YouTube, because whenever I get like a small amount of followers or views, it means so much versus like the platforms where I'm bigger, because sometimes you get caught up in the numbers. But this is really cool. I appreciate it. We will be back on tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then 9 p.m. Eastern time. I want to say that's 2 o'clock a.m. for my UK boys and girls. But yeah, so we're gonna keep it rolling. My first ever show. Let's bookmark this and save this so that way we can laugh at it. Because the shows in the future are gonna get better. So until next time, I appreciate y'all. Yeah.